am the principal tubist with the Sarasota Orchestra, and I'm also a professor of tuba and euphonium at the University of South Florida. I had just graduated from Indiana University as an undergraduate, and there was an audition in Sarasota for the orchestra, and I was fortunate enough to win the position, so I came in 1987. I grew up in Wilmington, Delaware. My elementary school had actually a terrific band program, and they had a shiny, brand new tuba that I thought was really cool and really beautiful. And I asked if I could play it. I think they were looking for sort of the kid whose parents would be gracious enough and open to the idea of carting him around with this gigantic tuba, which they did, and put up with hours of practicing on this big, loud instrument, which they also did. But it was sort of love at first sight. It was a tuba much like this, sort of upright. And it was big. It was bigger than I was, and they had to build a special chair for it so that I could reach the mouthpiece and play it. And so, of course, the chair had to go everywhere I went. The tuba weighs about 30 or 40 pounds. It's not particularly heavy, really. It's important to remember that it's all hollow. And if you stretched out a tuba, it would be about 16 feet long. I remember the first solo piece I played with the elementary school orchestra, which was called "The Boy Who Wanted a Tuba." My parents were very involved in local amateur theater in Wilmington, Delaware, and it seemed like one of them was always on stage and doing something. And I have three brothers, all of whom, again, when they were in elementary, middle, and high school, were very active musically. With the orchestra, we may have a 2.5-hour rehearsal on a given day. That would be it. Perhaps we'll have 2 of those, so we have 5 hours of rehearsal with the orchestra on a given day. I usually practice anywhere between 2 and 4 hours on my own every day. There's so many fundamentals to playing. Breathing for the tuba, that's such an important thing. Knowing how to take a good, deep, full, relaxed breath and blow it through the tuba. In many ways, it's a simple process, but it's also one that we tend to complicate, so we need to hone those skills. Tonguing or articulation is important. As I said, finger dexterity and coordination is very important. And I'll spend easily an hour focusing on those sorts of things, range. And then I'll move on to specific musical tasks. The Sarasota Orchestra currently has a 37-week season. And each week we're presented with new and different tasks to perform. I think it's important to live life fully and bring those experiences in life to your everyday music. That will make you have the ability to make the cliche little old lady in the audience have tears in her eyes when she hears you play a sweet melody. It's something that books and even teachers can't necessarily teach you, but you need to get out there and live life and put that heart and soul into your music.